Hey, I'm Jillian. I'm a technical product manager here at Canopy. Today I'm going to walk you through our platform. Canopy is a modern loan management platform that supports businesses offering credit and lending programs. At our core, we are an API first system of record. What sets us apart from other loan management providers is our ability to handle complex, nuanced financial products. In this walkthrough, we're going to go through how we can turn your policies into products, how you can use LoanLab to test and experiment, creating your customers and account level policies, what a customized portal looks like for your borrowers, how to enable integrations and automations, and finally, reporting and analytics. Let's dive in. Here you see CanopyOS. This is your admin portal where you can manage your entire portfolio. The first step is to create your first product based on your policies, which our team of lending experts will help you with. Canopy believes your system of record should never be the limiting factor to launch an innovative product, which is why it's been built to be incredibly flexible, enabling it to support a wide variety of product constructs and policies. So, how can you trust that the product you create in our system will enforce your policies? Will it behave according to expectations? To solve for the unknowns, we've created a product called LoanLab. LoanLab allows you to configure a simulation account to associate with your products, set up a timeline of actions such as payments being made or charges being added, and finally, observe the effects of those actions on the account. In this use case, we're looking to test a new product for the onboarding process. However, LoanLab is a great tool to experiment with new product constructs when expanding into new markets. When you first come to LoanLab, you'll be presented with this instructional screen. We'll go ahead and click Start Simulation, and now we have the option to choose our product. This would be the product that Canopy helps you configure based on your policies. Now we can set up the account that we want to associate with the product. A common theme you'll see in Canopy is flexibility and granularity. When adding a new account into Canopy system, you can either override product level settings or just stick with the defaults. There are additional details that can be set as well, but we'll leave those alone for now and go ahead and click Next to start our simulation. We're instantly shown a timeline of events that would occur on an account based on the settings we did in the previous screen. We can customize this timeline at any time by adding additional actions. We can click through and play each of these actions. And if we click out of the timeline, we can now see more details about the account. Also note that we're in a simulation environment here. This page is meant to mimic the real production view of CanopyOS while giving you a realistic view of how your accounts and products would behave in production. Once you've gained confidence in your product configuration and the system behavior, it's time to start onboarding your real customers and accounts into production environment in Canopy system. When you are ready to start onboarding your real customers and accounts into Canopy system, our API first approach makes it easy to integrate with the loan provider of your choice. Notice we're now in the customer section of CanopyOS. Once a customer and their accounts has been entered into our system, this is the aggregate view you'd use for a single customer and any accounts associated with them. Canopy also offers a white label borrower portal option. This is a portal branded to your preferences that your customers can log into to view and manage their accounts. They would be sent an email upon their account creation, giving them instructions on how to log in. Now we've gone ahead and drilled into one of the accounts for that specific customer we were just looking at. We can see here that this particular account is using a revolving buy now, pay later product. This was configured using our multi-loan feature, which supports multiple installment loans against a single line of credit. CanopyOS supports all of your product constructs in one by dynamically updating this account view based on the product associated with each account. Since we're in a buy now, pay later view, we see all the installment loans listed up here at the top, and if we scroll down, we also get a full amortization schedule for each of the loans. We see each loan is broken down into its own line item, so we have granularity to see all the details associated with each. If we hover over the tooltip, it lets us know which line item is associated with which installment loan. Here we're looking at one of the other accounts for that same customer, but we can see this one is using a very different product construct. This one is using a pure revolving product, which could support something like a charge card or a credit card without the multi-loan feature enabled. In this view, we no longer have the installment loans at the top or an amortization schedule because those don't apply to this particular product construct. Now we've gone ahead and flipped back over to our Buy Now, Pay Later account. Let's look into some of the details that might be of interest to you. If we dig into one of the installment loans, we now have an individual amortization schedule just for that particular account. Down here, we could also see any interest and payments that were applied. This particular product doesn't have any interest line items because it was a 0% interest rate product, but we can see all the way down to how the payments were split out. Scrolling down on the account, we can see all of these statements that were generated for this particular account. Opening it up, we now have some of the key details that are available from the statement API that you can then use to share with your borrowers. You'll also see over here on the side a section called External Fields, which allows you to customize and tag an account with any relevant information you like. These tags can be incredibly powerful when coupled with our Data Direct tool, which we'll discuss in a moment. This page also gives your agents all of the tools they need to manage the account's lifecycle. Canopy's UI was built to intuitively guide agents on the workflows they need to follow. For example, here, if we need to apply SCRA benefits to an account, this SCRA section will guide them on exactly what needs to be done. If you don't want everyone on your team to be able to perform these actions on an account, you can set different roles through the Team section in the admin menu. When different activities and actions occur on an account, it'll trigger a webhook. Activities and actions can be anything from a fee being applied, a payment being made, the account status changing, or even the statement being generated. These all kick off webhooks, which contain information about the change. Some of Canopy's webhooks can be configured for scenarios like delinquency notifications or the payment approaching. This will allow you to do things like opt in to receive the webhook 3 days prior to an account's payment being due. You can then utilize this webhook to send out communications to your borrowers, notifying them and reminding them to make their payment on time. Finally, let's get into some reporting and analytics. You need full access to your data, which we provide through Data Direct. Data Direct gives you access to all of your portfolio level data, which you can then run reports against or use to power your own BI solution. Here we have a sample dashboard. Earlier, I mentioned how you can use the external fields feature to add any customized information you want to associate with an account. These can now be utilized in Data Direct, illustrating cohort behavior for your analysis. This has been your brief overview of Canopy. To learn more or test your own products, visit canopyservicing.com.